It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday Night Prime Time.
Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the North Shore of the Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that will be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Return starts from the goal line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller. Already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
They go play action on first. Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact. 2nd and 6 now. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. I'm sure, Coach.
Mike Tomlin never afraid to tell the officials how he feels, and he's got the challenge flag out. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Markers reset, ball at the 37. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Devin Singletary. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. With Singletary off the option. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 43. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. And with enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, a carry by Singletary. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
3rd and long for him here. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, and so is the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Close secured by George Pickett. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Austin's there to haul it in. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tyler Nubin with the tackle.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
From the 42. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. He's across the 20, still going. Give him 24 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3 now. Pass play now. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together. But no doubt about it on that opening drive, Brock, he was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a 3rd time for 6.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Returnable from the 1. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Singletary. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. 7-0 is our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They still have 5 to go here, 3rd down. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete.
It's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? but he chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. Calvin Austin on the return for the Steelers. He has it at the 22. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Steelers will take over possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. The defenders are there to get him at the line. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw now. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. That's Bobby Okereke. And the Giants get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, this is Singletary. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by the special teams ace, Miles Killebrew. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It can be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, looking to throw. And he scores! It's a New York touchdown! The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants tie this game 7-7. Gano ready to send this away. Returnable from the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. One touchdown and one interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, you got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Fabio Carrique making that stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Completed here to Pickens. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Looking for a throw here. Caught, nice gain left side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's the Steelers' 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They go play action here. He's going deep this time. Big gain downfield. And that's going to move the chains.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Warren goes up and over for the touchdown. The Steelers take a 2nd quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. Gray now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Connects with Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down.
Mike Tomlin never afraid to tell the officials how he feels, and he's got the challenge flag out. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
The call's upheld under the review, and already they're out of challenges for this game. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They send the tight end in motion. He finds Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
The Steelers and Jaylen Warren headed back out there offensively. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickens. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Shotgun handoff to Warren. Has a lane inside the 35. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. And it's the Steelers looking at 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. And it sets up 2nd down.
I think it's safe to say that without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. It's a missed opportunity to push that offense, but an even better play defensively to deny the throw.
2nd and 10 now. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
5 men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. Pass caught, 9-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Setting up a throw. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Giants are stopped just outside of their own end zone after the interception.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from his own end zone. He finds Slayton. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Running back, motioning right. They'll throw on 1st. That's to his running back, Devin Singletary. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line. All right, here we go, 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Neighbors with the catch. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They are throwing it again. Looking for it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. So we arrive at halftime here in Pittsburgh. The Steelers leading after 2. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a solid first half out of running back Jaylen Warren. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Gano ready to send this away. From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Steelers back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Counterplay here, Warren. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
It's Warren on 3rd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giants football. Now here comes the New York offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Connects with Slayton. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They're throwing it. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Robinson sets in motion left. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. From midfield now. Rolling left. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the third sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Gets this to Johnson.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Dropping back to throw. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Giants will have a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Throwing from the gun here. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And in, touchdown, New York. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants tie things up at 14. Gano ready to send this away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Steelers and this running back headed back out for a new series. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Warren here from the gun. He's got to gain a 6 there. Drew Phillips making the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back to throw. Catch made by Austin. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Kid, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
From the 38. Brian Meat there to bring it in. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
First carry for the versatile vet Cordero Patterson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. All set up now for 1st and 10. Warren running between the tackles. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Warren once more. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3. He'll look to throw. Has it in close. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Giants ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process.
Trailing by one score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps him get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's a throw. This finds Bellinger. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He fields it cleanly. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. The home teams returning their offense, and this running back to the field. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They've got 1st down from the 31. This is Warren, headed right. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They run with Warren. And he takes this down to around the 39 before he stopped. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 39. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
He'll throw it. He has the 1st over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff for Patterson. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. 2nd and 6 coming up here. On the ground with Warren. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Third and just 2 to go. They'll go again with Warren. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They'll run now with Warren. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They bring a tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, Warren. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Back to throw. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants offense all set to get started. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. to throw. Gets this to Slayton. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Connects with Johnson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. Well, partner, we could see they had high hopes when they entered the stadium earlier today, hoping to pull the road victory off. We know, though, it can be so tough to win on the road, and there's some dejected faces as they leave this football field.
Never enjoyed these flights home. Going to be a long, silent one as they try to figure out what went wrong, ruminate on the outcome of this game. You never like taking one on the chin, ever, ever, ever. And heading home just gives them all some extra time to think about what went wrong.
Glad I'm not going to be on that flight.